of Cost Accountants of India, the National Regional Council which you are going to have today here. I think this is for the first time Chandigarh or Panchkula has been chosen to host this conference, for which I am thankful to Manas ji for giving this opportunity to Chandigarh. On behalf of everyone, we can clap for that. Because while I just sat with him, I asked only one question. I said, normally whenever we've seen this institute has been dominated by Calcutta, he says, no, it's not like that. It's dominated, maybe the number of people are there from Calcutta, but the domination is still from the south. So while you are holding your national conference in Chandigarh, possibly it is an attempt to have a balance over here. So I thank you very much for this balance. My dear friend Balwinder, who is on the dais, Sanjay Gupta, Vice President, and all the dignitaries on the dais. The dais has got quite squeezed, like it was difficult to get in. So the number of people, I'm sorry, I'm not taking everybody's name. But this is a profession at a time when we joined. I passed out in 88. At that time, this particular profession was taken to be an additional degree. There were very few people at that point of time who used to have this degree alone and who are working. And I'm sure those people who are working only with this degree since that time, they are much ahead of us in comparison to anybody else. So, slowly and steadily, the profession of a cost accountant, now you are called cost and management accountant. I think this institute used to be there in UK, and that's how we got this name. But the other institute, they had also, because the name of the institute became CII, and the Institute of Chartered Accountants also had the same alphabets. So there was some kind of a confusion at that point of time when this name got shifted. But at the same time, when for a CA, now you start writing CA so and so. Now for cost accountant, now we are writing CMA. So this is a different adjective now as a prefix which we have got, which identifies our profession to be a separate profession. And over the period, I think the way we have developed, the way the institute has developed, it has really done very well in the last, I would say, 7 to 10 years. Maybe all of you are to be thanked for this thing, but I can personally thank you because in these last 10 years, I was registered as an associate member. Till that time, I was continuing as a graduate member. So my personal thanks to you too. Coming to the present situation of the profession and the country, I personally feel that there are a couple of things which we need to do beyond the profession. I had advised my other professional brothers in the CA Institute also. There is a need for our chapters all over the country to involve ourselves in a Swachh Bharat campaign. Now, when we talk of Swachh Bharat, immediately the mind goes to the cleaning activity. So the cleaning activity, whether it is on the street, whether it is in the home, whether it is in the heart, or whether it is in the pocket. I think all these areas you can really handle very well. So this is some area which our brothers should try and evolve in. Maybe each chapter of ours, they can take over one area, one sector, maybe one mohalla, maybe one street, depending upon their strength. So this is what I feel that because something in our profession which we got from the society, we need to pay it back. And over the period, we have realized that most of us, while we got down to doing something for ourselves, for our family, for our pocket, for our children, all of us have forgotten somewhere where we need to pay back to the society. It's a kind of a you do good, it comes back to you. I remember a small incident of a person who was lost in the desert, and he was not able to find any place, and in a day's time the water which was with him, the water was also over, and he thought that he's going to die in the next couple of hours or maximum in a day. When he spotted a particular hut, while taking it to be a mirage, still he continued to go close to that, and when he reached there, he found there was a pump, and the hand pump, he said, now I'm going to be saved. So he started working on the hand pump. While he kept on working hard, still the water didn't come out. He was quite desperate, and he realized that this hut is going to be his last place, so last breath he's going to take it here. The fifth might say that it's a cotton which has come out of the field. The sixth might say the farmer who's sown the seed. So look at a small piece of cloth in everyone's pocket. How many people have contributed for you to attain that cloth? So you do not realize, like, the grain which we eat, that particular grain, while after grinding, it gives you wheat. From that, when you start eating, how many people have made it work to reach on your table, in your plate? You do not realize. So this is one area where I feel, wherever I go, I always say, we must pay back to the society. The second aspect is, which is very prevalent presently, from an angle that you see what is happening in the country in today's time. That is the GST. And I have seen, I've got a number of messages, at times you are holding these conferences where you are giving this training to your colleagues. I have a separate suggestion, sir, if you can look at that. GST, wherever it is implemented in the world, it is one of the most challenging thing for any economy to adopt it. Most challenging. We have passed through this demonetization time, and the moment it started, all of us, I think, were quite alarmed that what is going to happen to the profession, to the work, and what will happen. And almost after 3-4 months of that, we will come to realize that the things are reasonably normalized. Whatever things had to be eliminated out of the system, they are eliminated. But the level of cash payments have taken one step one step downwards. If earlier it was the wholesaler who was doing the this kind of a buying, now it has gone to the retailer level. Now this is the second aspect which is going to start. This will bring down from retailer to the consumer when the GST is fully implemented. So my suggestion is, each one of us have some clients, each one of us either working in a company, collect the people who you think are not even involved with the GST. We are telling all those people whom we feel they are. Take a case of a small retailer in your village, in the end of the street of your mohalla or your city. A small vendor is also going to be affected. Supposing you just take a walk up to that trader and tell him what is going to happen, how your trade is going to change after the implementation of GST, what are the watch-outs which you need to take care at this point of time. If you do these things, I am sure that this is again one part of the Swachh Bharat. It's also a cleaning process, whether it is of a street or whether it is of a pocket. So we are trying to do that. So if you are able to collect, say 10 people, each one of us I am talking about, not only we, most of the time what we do is that we leave the things for the chapter or the institute to manage. And we ourselves feel that I am not capable of managing. Each one of you are capable of collecting at least 10-20 people who are small retailers. Please help them. You are privileged persons who can read a paper, who can read and interpret a particular act, a particular law, a particular rules. But those are the people who cannot do it. Somebody is going to fleece them. Somebody is just going to take them for a ride. So you need to play that part. I think as a professional brother, anywhere we go, we must do this. Besides this, my time allotted to me is 10 minutes. I'm already past 9 minutes, and I think I should say thanks. Balwinder has always been helpful to me in the profession here. Last time also there was a regional conference and I attended that. I am again thankful to you for inviting all the Central Council members here, and I on behalf of Chandigarh and Panchkula once again welcome you all and thank you all. Thank you very much for